What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Nick, and I hope you guys are doing well whenever you're checking out the latest video here. Today we have another TV-related video for you guys, another Zoom meeting with two of my closest friends in the whole wide world. From the channel Cartoon Lover Productions, we got my brother Matt here representing, and from the channel Mike's Talks and Thoughts, our good pal Mike here as well. How are you guys doing this morning?
Fine. Doing good.
Doing good as always. Love to hear it. So today here, this video is going to be a little bit different than some of our previous collabs here because we don't really have a structure for this video. This is going to be just more like a basic kind of rant or review style video because recently we were inspired by a TV creator called TV Shows Hub on TikTok, and this was actually a video that Mike found of this gentleman's TikTok here, talking about one of the absolute worst and most vile shows on HBO Max of all platforms called Santa Inc. It's a adult cartoon here with one of the lowest ratings in all of TV history on IMDb with a 1.4 out of 10. I repeat that, 1.4. I don't think I've seen any mainstream big budget show like this get below a 2 like that. 1.4, as well as a 9% approval rating on Google Reviews, which is another very famous, very accurate review site there. So we thought it would be a fun idea because the three of us love to talk about positivity on our channels, always trying to recommend good TV shows to you guys, to flip the script a little bit and rant about some of the absolute worst television out there in all major categories here. Matt graciously put together this list of some of the worst shows ever that we're going to go down, and we're probably not going to go through all of them because I would say there's at least 100 shows on this list, so we probably won't have time to go over all of them, but we'll get to as many as we can here in different categories like cartoons, sitcoms, some reality shows as well, and there's some dramas even that we're just not really that big on, and just kind of poke fun at these shows and just have a good time here. So if you would like to join us in the comments, let us know what are some of your least favorite, most hated TV shows out there. We can have a good discussion about this as well. So gentlemen, I'm going to turn it to you here. You guys have the list pulled up on your screens.
Yeah.
Matt, why don't you start off?
I'm going to present it real quick.
Okay.
Show you all what I'm... Just so I can show everyone the official
List.
full list.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, anonymous dingo and anonymous hamster.
Yeah,
Well.
kind of looking at it, yeah. So
this
you
is
can see this list is
full
absolutely
list.
massive. I mean, the three of us have talked about TV for quite a long time on our channels here, so we have garnered a ton of different shows over the years that we just are not fans of whatsoever. So this should be a good one here to get into. But Matt, why don't you pick a show to start off with, and we'll talk about whatever show you decide first as one of the worst out there.
You already know we had to go with it.
Yeah, bro, the big one here. Yeah, if you saw my previous list here on the channel, the TV list that was inspired by Mike's video on the greatest and the least best TV years, then you'll know that Caillou, easily the worst show of 2000, the year that me and Mike were born, as well as arguably the worst television show ever made. So a good one to start off with. Matt, why the fuck do we hate Caillou so much?
Well, one thing I can say, obviously, is that, growing up, as a kid, you're not really going to have a lot of opinions, more or less, more than, you would as an adult or a teenager, rather. But, Caillou, a lot of people are coming out now saying that, even as a kid, they were, it fucking sucked. And, I mean, yeah, it's a pretty awful show because, this stupid kid, what the hell is his problem, man? This kid needs to learn respect. This kid needs to learn manners, bro. This kid, seriously. But one thing I do want to mention is that Cartoon Network recently started doing this preschool block, and one of the shows that they're actually playing is reruns of the original Caillou series, which I think anyone with a brain, anyone with common sense that knows Caillou would know that that is just a straight up bad idea to play Caillou because no one ever wants to watch it.
Dude, that's awful, bro. Zero credibility. Boo, boo. Yeah. Thumbs down for Cartoon Network, man.
Yeah. As Nick says here, there is a reboot now, a new CGI show. I think it's on Peacock or something. But,
yeah, it sure is.
Yeah, that's coming out.
Dude, this is arguably worse because this animation style, it almost is like borderline claymation, bro. It just looks so ugly,
Yeah.
It looks so terrible.
For real.
All right, Mike, why don't you hop up here and explain to us why you despise Caillou?
Man, Caillou is just so horrible. Like, it's not even just that the whole show sucks. It's just like Caillou himself is just unbearable. This little brat, man.
Dude,
This guy,
this
this
little
kid has
fucking
got to go
devious
destroy
little devil,
TV,
man, I swear.
TV. Like, it's just ridiculous the amount of stuff that he like gets away with and demands on the show. Like, it's just so horrible. Like,
Bruh.
I would say the only redeeming thing
Oh
about
my
this
god,
entire
it's a
thing
DA
is
fucking pick, dog.
I'd say that the only thing that is even somewhat redeeming about this entire show is that the dad looks like David Dobrik.
He sure does, yeah. Yeah,
So other than that, man, Caillou's got to be the worst kid ever put on screen. He is so fucking bad, and just
Man, that's a perfect way to end it, man. And I just kind of echo the sentiments of these guys, man. If you are a parent out there listening to this, if you are a guardian of someone listening to this, if you have young kids in your life, man, you're a babysitter, whatever, please, for the love of all that is good, do not let them watch this horrible, relentlessly terrible show that goes by the name Caillou here, man. What an awful, awful show. Do you guys remember that site Go Animate from back in the day?
Oh my god.
I think Matt would, yeah.
Fuck that shit.
Bro, they always had the fucking models of Caillou on there, and people would make some fucking crazy ass shit, dude, on Go Animate, I tell you.
Yeah.
That was great. All right, so since we have since demolished Caillou here, absolutely torn him to shreds, Mike, go ahead and pick another cartoon on the list for us to just absolutely destroy next here. What is a cartoon out there that you despise, my friend?
Let's go with this one right here. Rick and Morty, man.
Rick and Morty it is, my friends. Controversial topic, Mike. Absolutely stepping into deep water here with this one, but since you picked it, man, go ahead, give your piece on it.
Man, this is just one of the most overrated and most overhyped shows ever. Like, I know so many people that love this, and I've seen a decent amount of episodes and clips, and I just don't get the appeal. Man, it's just all over the place. It's just not really that funny at points. It's just so overhyped, and it's like one of the highest rated shows ever. Like, there's definitely shows that are worse than this, but like, I don't think there's a show that might be as overhyped as this one. It's so bad, like overhyped, and the fan base can be toxic at points. It's just not that great. It's, like I said, just really overhyped and really overkill.
Fair enough. Matt, what about you? Do you enjoy Rick and Morty, or do you agree with Mike on this one?
No, I definitely agree with Michael on this one. But one thing I do want to say is that I feel like this show just came out of nowhere because, like, it actually started in December of 2013, and I don't think anyone was really talking about it, or it was really that mainstream yet. I feel like it was kind of an underground fan base at first, and then it really grew over time. And that's, what kind of caused the toxic fan base to come about. But yeah, this show, I've seen the first season twice all the way through, and I just cannot get into it at all. That's the only thing I've really seen from this show, but I absolutely hate this show, and it's so fucking stupid, and yeah, I don't understand the appeal either, so.
Yeah. Would this be a bad time to mention that during our original sitcom tournament on this channel that we all voted for it?
Yeah.
Man, at the time,
it was going up against.
Yeah, it was I Love Lucy
and Futurama. Yeah, bro, the fact that we picked it over I Love Lucy, man, disrespect. But no, I was gonna say, this motherfucker right here on the left, Jerry, absolutely one of the worst television characters of all time. Even the people that enjoy Rick and Morty would agree with that, dude. What a fucking pussy, bro. I fucking hate this guy. Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen as much of the show, I think, as Mike and Matt, respectfully, so I can't really judge it as well. But I do agree with Mike, man. The fact that this is, like, super highly rated on tons of different critical sites, and, the fan base has become really toxic over the years. That motherfucker just making a scene at McDonald's over the Szechuan sauce, and Pickle Rick, and all the crazy fucking memes that have come out of it. Like, it's just too much, I've seen some people talk about the dramatic elements of this show because it is a pretty serious show, even though it is a sitcom, and compare it to shows such as Breaking Bad or The Sopranos, which has just really gotten under my skin because those shows are out of this world fantastic, and this show is just out of this world terrible. So yeah, there's my piece on Rick and Morty. Not a very good show at all. As we move on to our next one here, my turn to pick one, and I gotta go with a big one on this one because this one right here was one of the most talked about shows during my childhood, and I never understood the appeal of it at all. Syndicated show here in the United States by the name of Teletubbies. These motherfuckers, look at this shit, dog. I don't even know what this is. Like, okay, man. If they're celebrating Pride Month, we all got to take our, rainbow flags out of here because I can't be associated with the Teletubbies. I don't know what this shit is. This is like a cross between the Teletubbies and the Wiggles here. I mean, you got the fucking guitar. This looks like Baby Bell cheese that he's rocking on the ears. I don't even know this motherfucker in the back, but dude, this show just absolutely ruins so many childhoods. The fucking baby on the sun. Let's see if we can find a picture of that shit. Oh yeah, the vacuum, bro. You ever see the fucking memes on like TikTok and shit? The fuckers getting a blowy from this dude. Yeah, it was just a bad show all around. Yeah, so there you go. There's my piece on it. Matt, if you want to jump in here, talk about Teletubbies
I really don't
for a
have much
second.
to say about Teletubbies. I know I talk about it a lot on my list of the worst cartoons and stuff, but I truly haven't seen it in years, so I don't really know much about it. Really remember that much. But yeah, Nick, pretty much everything that Nick said, the fucking baby in the sun and the vacuum blowies and stuff. Yeah, that's all.
So wrong, man.
Yeah, I don't really have much to say.
Mike, what about you here? Do you remember Teletubbies?
This show too, it's so bad, and there's so many crazy theories out there about the actual Teletubbies. It's insane. I was just reading one recently. It was talking about how the baby son was a demon or some shit like that.
Bruh.
It was
The baby son is part of QAnon? No, that's that's bad, bro.
It's so messed up. And they said they're hypnotizing your kids and they're brainwashing your kids. It's they're just some of the worst, man. It's some of the most corrupt TV out there.
Yeah. Well said, my friends. Well said. Let's turn it back over to Matt here for another terrible animated show. Which one are we going to roast to hell next, Matt?
We've been talking about a lot of preschool shows, of course, so you got to include, Dora the Explorer. You got to, include that classic show, horrible show in that.
This show made me want to not take Spanish ever in high school. That's why I took Japanese instead, because this show sent me far away from that classroom. Oh, man. The fucking monkey Boots, bro. I'll tell you, Boots was a little bitch, man. Boots would fucking be the little devil, man, little mischievous motherfucker. I swear, bro. Never cared for that dude. Matt, I'm actually taking your spotlight, man. I jumped in here. Go ahead.
Yeah, for me, I actually kind of disagree with what most people say. I actually don't think the show is terrible. I don't think it's good by any means, and I would probably not watch it now if I had the opportunity to, but I mean, it's not as bad as people say it is. It's not morally awful or anything. Caillou is just morally awful. Teletubbies, that's just creepy as fuck. So that shit, dies. I don't know. But Dora, it's just whatever to me. It's not the worst show out there.
Yeah, definitely not something that, like you said, you'd watch nowadays. Mike, how about you? Did you grow up with Dora?
Man, Dora, bro, was on TV 24/7. What Teen Titans Go is on Cartoon Network, that's what Dora was on Nickelodeon. That show was on all the time, it seemed on repeat. And the only good thing to ever come out from any media in this show was in Drake and Josh from Crazy Steve's watching it. That is the only good piece of media to come out of this abysmal excuse for a show.
No, I'll go one step further. No. The College Humor sketch with Ariel Winter from Modern Family playing Dora. I don't know if you've ever seen this. This is actually pretty funny, I will say. That's a great parody of it. But no, going back to the original show, though, nah, dude, nah. Stay far away from Dora, man. Same thing with Caillou, bro. If you're a parent out there, please do not let your kids watch Dora, man. Awful. All right, Mike, your turn up. We'll do another cartoon here for you. Which one would you like to talk about?
All right. Let's go with one that I mentioned. Teen Titans Go here.
Teen Titans Go. I like it.
Teen Titans Go, man. Oh my god.
Man, the kind of sequel slash spin-off series to the much beloved original Teen Titans here superhero show. Oh man. Well, I can say for one, I mean, I haven't seen that much of it, but like Mike was saying about Dora, dude, Cartoon Network fucking plays this shit into the ground, man. They've probably played every single episode at least 100 times by this point. I mean, I can't think of otherwise. But Mike, you specifically picked it. Why do you despise Teen Titans Go?
This one, I actually heard a lot of good things about the the original show. A lot of people really adore that one. But this one is just absolutely trash. Like the three shows that you can always count on are going to be on TV is Impractical Jokers, Teen Titans Go on Cartoon Network. Those are always on no matter what time of day. They are playing constantly, reruns all the time. It's just so repetitive. It's like, it's not only that the show gets overplayed like crazy, it's just so bad. It's like, why would you put this on your program? You have so much other stuff in your archives that are like 10 times better, and you choose this piece of shit. It's like crazy. Man,
I feel you there. Matt, I mean, you're the cartoon expert here. You watch a lot of Cartoon Network. You're probably sick to death of this show, huh?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, Teen Titans Go, I've heard so many bad things about it, and, when I was growing up, I don't know where the hell it came from, but, there was just one day when it was, they were playing all the normal stuff, they were playing Adventure Time, regular show, all that, and then just out of the blue, they started playing Teen Titans Go, like, these guys said, like, all the time, like, every single day, 24 hours, or really, like, 16 hours a day when it's Cartoon Network. And I don't know what the hell happened because no one likes this show. Like, there is nobody out there that I've ever heard that actually likes this show. So the fact that Teen Titans Go is always saying, or the Cartoon Network's always saying, yeah, it's your favorite show. It's your new favorite show. They're like enforcing that in kids' brains and shit. So, mind control, whatever.
Dude.
It's fucking crazy. But like, yeah, this show is just abysmal as all hell. This show is stupid. It's not funny. It's not entertaining, and it's not really a superhero show. It's just it's like a parody of the original. And even though I'm not a big superhero guy, I can say the original is actually pretty good. And I've seen a few episodes. It's all right, but yeah, this show absolutely butchers it to all hell, and it's trash. So yeah,
absolutely awful. Yeah, the fact that it was big enough and is popular enough to get its own movie is very telling, man. I didn't know a single person that voluntarily saw Teen Titans Go to the movies, I gotta tell you, man. This is one of those movies that, like, a kidnapper would play when they take you hostage, man. That's to force ransom out of you, I swear, bro. Yeah, just absolutely awful. We can forget about this show, gentlemen. We can.
Yeah.
All right, another...
Quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I want to talk about the movie. Yeah, the movie's actually not that bad. Just an FYI, but yeah, I mean, when it came out, it was met with kind of mixed reviews. But a lot of people were saying it was really good, and it surprisingly was, and it did everything that the show fails to do so hard. But yeah, it's all right.
Interesting, playing devil's advocate there. Well, they probably had a bigger budget, right? So they were probably able to do a little bit more with it. Fair enough. Yeah, but the show itself, we all agree, a big thumbs down, right, Horace? All right, for my next pick for the cartoons, I gotta go with an all-time classic here for the infamous preschool cartoons, man. The absolute despicable Barney and Friends. Look at this group of fucks here, dude. Okay, this show I think is responsible for my sense of humor in the sense that it's always sexualized because this fuck on the right, or on the left rather, this yellow dude was named BJ for a fucking children's show. They gave him the initials BJ, and that's what they referred him to, because his real name is Barney Jr., but they always called him BJ. Tell me in what world that's appropriate. Even looking past that, though, I mean, Barney himself is creepy. Barney himself is a devil, man. Look at those eyes, man. Those are soulless eyes, bro. And he's a dinosaur. Dinosaurs eat people. Dinosaurs are ravenous. You ever see Jurassic Park? Why would you make a kid's mascot a dinosaur? That's terrifying. Yeah, I don't really like Barney. The amount of people as well, like celebrities and such, they got their start on Barney as kids is pretty amazing, actually. I think Selena Gomez was one of the most famous ones, actually. They got her start on Barney, if you didn't already know. But yeah, the show itself, man, this is one of those deep, deep memories that I keep in the back of my brain that every time it's brought up, oh man, it makes you want to gag. I'll send it over to Mike here. Did you grow up with Barney as well, or were you lucky enough to avoid this one?
Got really an embarrassing story, man. I remember my parents telling me when I was like really young, like 2 or 3 years old, this was actually one of my favorite shows, which is actually kind of abysmal.
Oh man!
At such a young age, was interested in this.
Oh no!
Going back, it's like I'm traumatized. Oh my god! But yeah, like what you said, man, just like, dude, he's so freaking creepy, bro. It's like, should not be enjoying.
The stance, dude. Look at even the kids are terrified of him, bro. They're like trying to hide, bro. They're like fucking scared, man. Yeah, I don't even know who this orange dude is. He must have been a late addition, cause
yeah, that's a later character, I think.
Yeah, Matt, I know we unfortunately saw much of Barney in our time. If you want to share some of your memories of the show.
For me, I mean, just recently now, you know, I've spent a lot of time, you know, there's a lot of stuff on YouTube about, you know, VHS openings, DVD openings, all that stuff. And I can't tell you how many channels I've seen that have just devoted themselves to just showing the openings to fucking Barney tapes. Like, there's so many channels out there of, like, you know, 40-year-old guys with their collections of, like, Wiggles tapes and, you know, Caillou tapes and Barney tapes and shit. And just showing off all their Barney tapes and all proud and shit. Oh my god, it's so embarrassing. But yeah, I mean, Barney's a god awful show, and I mean, the movie, funny enough, was actually banned. The movie Barney's Great Adventure was banned in Malaysia because they thought it was inappropriate for kids. They thought Barney was super creepy. So I mean, that's a real red flag right there. You know, the movie's not that bad actually, like the Teen Titans Go movie and the Caillou holiday movie, but. Yeah, Barney, the show is terrible, so yeah, do not watch it. If you're a parent, don't let your kids see it.
Yeah, for real, man. The only Barney that I want to hear in the same sentence as 40-year-old is the legendary Barney Stinson, of course. I mean, it's unfortunate that he had to share the name with one of the most awful television shows, but this Barney, absolutely legendary. This Barney, not legendary. Avoid it, people. All right, you guys want to do one more round each of a cartoon, and then we'll move on to a different genre?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Matt, you're up next here. One last cartoon for you that is absolutely just awful in your eyes.
All right, let's talk about Angela Anaconda, because I have a lot to say about that show.
Yes, sir. Finishing off with one of the big ones here. Take it away, my friend.
All right, yeah. So, like, I can't even look at the show for more than 5 seconds without just clicking it off because it's so ugly, man. Like, this has to be the worst animation in any media ever, like in general. Like, kids that are drawing like pictures of their families or whatever. Like the animation there with like stick figures and stuff. That's 500 million times better than this fucking garbage right here. And this was actually a TV show for kids that aired in the U.S. on like Fox Kids or whatever. And like that has to be the most embarrassing thing of all time, that this show actually exists. Like, it's terrible. Yeah, I've never watched a single full episode of the show. I've never seen anything because I just refuse to watch it. But I already know that it's probably the worst TV show out there, period. So yeah, do not watch the show at all, man.
Awful. Mike, what about you? Thoughts on Angela Anaconda here?
Man, like what Matt said, bro, this is like one of the creepiest and like worst animation production. It's like a middle schooler made this freaking production. It's just so creepy and so like not well done. It's like looks like it's like a rough draft of like
oh
like the
man,
weirdest like animated show ever, and just like the ratings are abysmal for it.
Yeah.
I have to agree with everything that's been said. This show just, look at that poster. It's just what you want.
Dude, whoever this chick is must be awful, because Nanette Minar. Yeah, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right, but dude, look at, like Mike said, the poster, bro, the facial expression is just, ungodly, man. That's terrible. Oh man, what the fuck? What is this shit, bro? They're trying to do like home improvement now, man, with the picket fence, man. That's disrespectful, bro. Dude, okay, this chick in the pink, bro. Dude, every single one of these characters, bro, is some of the ugliest shit I've ever seen, man. God, that's awful. That's truly awful. I am so lucky I've never seen a full episode of this like Matt, because this is terrible. It's just awful.
Yeah.
Man.
I don't think that any of us really have any memories about it. I don't think anyone really knew about it until I kind of brought it up in the group because, like, I heard about it and I looked it up and I saw that fucking poster.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, who the hell has nostalgia? Who's watching this show, man?
Bro, Mike found a TikTok of some chick that was like the most underrated shows or something, or like shows you forgot about, and this was one of them, if I remember correctly. But
why?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Dude, this, oh my god, man. Every picture, it just gets worse and worse, bro. Yeah, this one, man. Trouble with Teachers. Oh, man. Oh, God. Okay, we got to get off this screen, man. We can't look at that anymore.
Yeah.
Mike, quickly, please pick another show.
All right, man. We got to go with the infamous. We're going to go back to Nickelodeon here. Fanboy and Chum, bro.
You knew it was coming, man. You knew it was coming here. Man. Oh, God, dude. You want to talk about ugly animation? Oh, dear Lord. Look at this one, bro. Probably not as bad as Angela Anaconda, but yikes, dog. That's a yikes. Mike, take it away here, man. Fanboy and Chum Chum.
Man, like, just look at the name. Fanboy and Chum Chum. Like, what's this supposed to mean? Like, this was another one I vividly remember from my childhood, like, on Nickelodeon. Just, like, them, like, premiering this, because this came out, like, when we were, like, later in elementary school. And I just remember, like, this actually kind of got talked about, like, as, like, a new thing. Like, it was just so weird and creepy. Like, I haven't seen episodes from it probably since it premiered, but I remember seeing, like, some of the episodes and clips and just thinking, like, what is this show? Why is it so weird?
God.
Like, look at just, like, yeah, and the animation, too, looks horrible on it. It just, the characters all look creepy. The plot is awful.
Fucking awful. This dude, bro. I don't even know what any of this is, bro, but it's just awful, man. Boog and Lenny? Oh, man, poor Lenny. Oh, dear. This is terrible, man. Oh, God. Mike, didn't we have a classmate that was, like, really into this show back in elementary school?
In one of the yearbooks or whatever, they put this was their favorite show.
Oh, God, dude, that poor kid, man. I hope he's doing well now after a childhood of just awful, awful TV. God damn it. This is another one, just the more I look at it, the worse it gets. God damn it. All right, Matt, what about you? Did you have to suffer through this one as a kid?
Jump in. Yeah, I remember this show vividly as a kid. The only thing I want to say is that, you know, Nickelodeon, its main downfall was because of this show, and they have not recovered since. You know, they have tried with the Loud House and newer, better episodes of Debatably of SpongeBob, but, like, you know, this show was really the start of the downfall, and then, you know, it made the way for shows like Breadwinners and Sanjay and Craig and all that nonsense, and Pig Go Banana Cricket and all those terrible, terrible shows. And one thing that's actually funny that I've heard on the internet a lot is that when this show was, you know, getting pitched to places in, like, 2009, they pitched it to Cartoon Network first, and Cartoon Network they pitched Adventure Time to Nickelodeon, and they actually rejected it to put this show on their schedule.
No way.
They pitched, obviously, Adventure Time to Cartoon Network, and then Cartoon Network got really big because of that, and Fanboy and Nickelodeon was, like, you know, started to decline in quality because of Fanboy and Chum Chum, and it.
Oh my God.
They have not recovered since, but yeah, that's just funny as hell.
Imagine how different it would be if Adventure Time was on Nickelodeon and didn't have all that traction. Because when Adventure Time came out, Cartoon Network was in, like, its darkest time ever. Like that, like CN Real Life or whatever.
Yep.
It was a tough time. They had, like, no hits. Regular show and Adventure Time carried them. So the landscape would be so different now.
Dude, yeah, the timeline where Nickelodeon picked up Adventure Time, man. Holy shit, that'd be one to see. Dude, the thing I was gonna say about Fanboy and Chum Chum here, in all of the great TV shows and sitcoms with name and name as the title, you have Mike and Molly, you have Mork and Mindy, hell, you even have Sanjay and Craig, which honestly, I'd probably take over this garbage, man. Why would you waste your time with Fanboy and Chum Chum? God awful. God awful, dude. That shit's in like 4K too. You can see the stains. That's 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 pretty awful, man. All right. Well, I think it's only fitting that for our last animated show, we end with the one that inspired the video in the first place here as we take a look at Santa Inc. Let's do it, gentlemen. Alrighty, so the final show that we're going to talk about for the animation genre. Here's the thing, man. I'm cool with adult cartoons, right? Adult cartoons make the world go round. You got The Simpsons, you got South Park, Family Guy, Futurama, hell, even Rick and Morty, all right? I'll admit it right now. I'll take Rick and Morty. But just looking at this cover art, man, and the poster here, you can already tell this is going to be some bad fucking shit, dude. When does Santa wear jeans and sneakers, bro? Have you ever seen a picture of Santa with jeans and sneakers? No, I didn't think so. This is garbage, man. HBO should be ashamed of themselves. Come on, man. Putting this out on HBO Max alongside The Flight Attendant and, The Sopranos, The Wire, and then you have this? Oh, my God. What a letdown. Matt, why don't you take over here, man? Santa Inc.
I can tell you, I have never seen this show, and I haven't heard that much about it. I've heard it very briefly talked about. I think I've seen the trailer for it, but yeah, I have kind of forgotten about it until we mentioned it for this video. But yeah, just looking at the cast, you got Seth Rogen, you got Sarah Silverman, you got Craig Robinson.
Oh
you got,
my.
like, a lot of great people, bro, and just so much waste. Patton Oswalt, like, you got so many great people here. Like, what the hell happened, man? Why are they? What is this, man?
Yeah, seriously. Mike, any thoughts on Santa Inc.?
This show feels like Seth Rogen got too stoned and just came up with this mess. And it just,
oh man,
that's
poor
what it
guy.
feels like, man. It's just like, how did Seth Rogen be a part of this abysmal project? Because he's in a lot of amazing stuff. But like I said, man, it just feels like this is just a cheap, production here, and it's just so weird. Like you said, Santa in jeans and tennis shoes.
Yeah. That's so weird, bro. Look at here, he's playing the fucking ukulele, man.
Shows ever, like 1.4. That's gotta be like the lowest I've ever seen on IMDb. Because like most shows that are really better in the 3s or the 4s, but a 1.4, that's just awful.
That's a new low, man. That's a new low.
For real, like not even out of 5, out of 10, like a 1.4 out of 10.
Yeah. God damn it, dude. Yeah, he's playing the ukulele here, and now he wants to be Hawaiian all of a sudden. Oh man, this is just abysmal. Like Mike said, just abysmal. Alright, so now that we have taken a look through the awful, abysmal garbage heap that is cartoons at times, we're going to transition away from that and talk about some sitcoms and dramas now, a little bit more in our domain here. Since there's not as many, you think 2 each would be good to present? Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Alright, Mike, why don't you go first here, since you are definitely the sitcom and drama guy out of us. Pick a show that you think is just awful, and let's take a look at it.
Ooh, let's go with... the abysmal Henry Danger here.
Oh, starting off with
oh my God.
the fucking nuclear option that we have here, Henry Danger. Yikes, man. Easily Nickelodeon's worst television show. I'm just going to say it right now. The worst television show they've ever done. Mike, take it away, man. Henry Danger.
It's insane how Dan Schneider, he's weirdo, but he makes great shows, and then he comes up with this piece of garbage here. I've seen, this is also one that I've heard gets put on Nickelodeon a lot. It just... this like superhero kid, it just doesn't work. The story's horrible. I've seen clips. It's not funny at all. It's just horrible, man. one of the worst products ever put out on Nickelodeon for sure.
What?
Yeah, I agree. I don't even know what this is. I literally just found this. This is disrespect to Stranger Things, and I will not fucking stand for it. This this, this is pretty awful. My, Matt, what? Fucking shit, dude. Why does Stranger Things always get wrapped up in terrible shit, man? Why they always get associated with crap? That's crap. Matt, what about you? Henry Danger, bro.
Alright, yes. I have to watch this. Okay, so yeah, for Henry Danger, yeah. So I actually had never seen the show before when it came out. I had heard about it, and I just wasn't interested because at that point I pretty much just kind of checked out from watching like newer Nickelodeon shows in like 2013. I was just kind of watching the classic stuff, iCarly's, Victorious of the world. But and then Nick recently started doing his pilot project, and he told me that this was one of the shows that he watched it for 5 minutes, fucking turned it off because he said it was so bad, and he said it was so cringy that he just couldn't even sit through the whole thing. And I thought like there's no way that it could be that bad. Did the same fucking thing. I watched it for like 5 minutes, literally from the first instance of dialogue, the first line of dialogue when he said 25 years ago in this lab, like right from there you already want to turn the fucking thing off. Like that's how bad it is. And like sitting through the whole 45-minute special, I almost wanted to go back and do that for the sake of this video, but I couldn't. I went to watch it again and I got hit with that first line dialogue again. I was like, yeah, I'm not doing this.
Yeah, bro.
And there's already a foot fetish joke in the first like 5 minutes.
Oh.
That's really creepy. Dane Schneider should just put in prison already, just from that one joke. That's really fucking creepy, but whatever.
Yeah, how is he not in jail? Like honestly though,
dude,
like,
how is EDP not in jail?
Facts, bro. Dude, too many innocents in there. Man, I don't know what the hell this is either. Henry Danger the musical, bro. Dude, watch. 10 years time from now, they're gonna make this a Broadway show. They're gonna run out of ideas, bro. They're gonna dig through the garbage heap and they're gonna put Henry Danger on Broadway, I swear. Yeah, pretty much echoing what these guys said. I mean, with Matt's comments there, the pilot, dude, is one of the worst pilots I've ever seen in my life, man. It's so bad. The first 5 minutes, man, if you can make it past there, you deserve a Purple Heart or something, bro, because it's a fucking war crime that this got made, I tell you. Yeah, stay away from this one, please. Matt, why don't you go next here?
Right.
Pick another sitcom or drama from the list, whatever you like here.
Let's go with the infamous That 80s Show.
Oh, good choice, my friends.
Yeah.
Good choice. Yeah.
So, I mean, this show, honestly, I think most people just kind of say that it's, bad just to, to kind of follow the crowd and say, agree with everyone that it's really bad. But, I mean, it truly is one of the worst shows out there. I mean, I actually tried to watch it again, like Henry Danger. A couple days ago, I watched the first episode again. Yeah, not too good. It's so unfunny. It's so dated and just feels so ugly and horrible. Its humor isn't there and it just doesn't work. So, yeah.
I mean, coming off the huge success of That 70s Show, those are big shoes to fill, and this one just wasn't able to do so. Mike, have you ever sat through an episode?
No, I've heard just the baddest things, and this actually really gets me scared for That 90s Show that's coming out. But that's gonna follow the original That 70s Show cast, so maybe it'll be better. But this show right here, man, they had their opportunity to make something great again, and this just was not it.
Yeah. How do you guys feel about That 90s Show getting all the original cast back except for Hyde, right? He's the only one that's not coming back.
Yeah, because of Danny Masterson's.
Yeah, bad behavior, right? There you go. No. I'm looking forward to That 90s Show, but I don't think anyone was excited about the prospect of That 80s Show. I mean, I'll stand up for it a little bit. I don't think the pilot was terrible, but it's certainly no That 70s Show, right? I mean, night and day. Yeah, the cast just doesn't really work. Not a lot of good chemistry here. The setting is like the thing with that 70s show is it takes place in the 70s, but it's not the theme of the show, right? Because it's still very relatable and it's still very universal. There's a lot of themes in it that you could apply nowadays, 50 years after the show takes place, that, still hit the same way. But that 80s show, it just, isn't written that way. So the writing just is not up to par. Just a lot of like basic fundamentals that they just really fumbled with this one. So yeah, I do agree with most people and say that it's definitely not worth your time there. So that 80s show, another thumbs down for us. For me, I'm going to stick with the one of my least favorite shows in recent memory that somehow is as popular as it is. One of my least favorite sitcoms here from the wonderful talent that is Mayim Bialik. Fucking Call Me Kat, dude. Oh my fucking god, man. You guys are so lucky you've never had to sit through this one, because this one's abysmal. Even despite the great cast on this show, you got, of course, Mayim Bialik here. You got Susie Kurtz from one of my favorite shows, Mike and Molly, on this show. I mean, the cast is just wonderful. But, man, the execution here is terrible. If you want to watch a show like this, just watch Miranda. I've been saying that since day one. That's the show that it's based on. It's from the UK. That's a way better attempt at something like this than this show was. And I'm a fan of cats, too, as you guys know. So if you can't excite me with cats, then you're definitely doing something wrong. Mike, what about you here? I know you're a big fan of Mayim as well. So how do you feel about this one?
She's really talented, doing a lot of great work. And this is just really bad. I think Roy is chalked up to, even if you have great actors, man, if you get a bad script and a bad story, not much you can do with that. This show is just bad. And, this is a show I feel like that is going to be around for like a decade that like just shouldn't be. It's somehow going to get renewed every year. It's going to have like 10 seasons. It's going to be like
God,
worst. Like looking back, it's going to be one of the worst shows that went on for a decade. Like I just feel like this show, man, this is going to somehow keep getting renewed when it's just so bad. Like I said, I've only seen bits and pieces. I've never seen a full episode, but it looks horrible.
Yeah, just not it. Matt, what about you here? Call Me Kat.
Yeah, so for me, I actually have seen the pilot. I don't know if you guys knew that, but I have watched it. I was watching it one night, just stumbled across it. I was waiting for like Family Guy and all that, and they were playing this episode beforehand. And yeah, this show, Mayim Bialik is just so annoying, bro. Like her, character, her acting is just so obnoxious, bro. And it's just so cringy. And then, like Nick said, Susie Kurtz from Mike and Molly as Joyce, Mike's mother. Or Molly's mother, rather. Yeah, that's a much better show. And her acting on that show is way better. Here, she just kind of gets lost in translation, and her character doesn't really get that much attention. But yeah, this show is truly awful, man. I've only seen one episode, and I will never watch it again because it's just terrible.
Yeah, just not it, man. Just not it. Trying to basically just, very one-noted as like, oh, I'm kind of ugly, and that's my whole character, right? And that's the whole joke. So, yeah. Very shallow as well. All right, Matt, you're up here. Another sitcom and or drama that you'd like to discuss.
How about...
Oh, wait, no. Sorry, I think it's Mike's turn.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, sorry. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, so, man, give me Fred the show.
Oh.
Talk about this annoying...
Tackling a big one here. Holy shit, dude. Look at this.
All right, man.
This is awful.
Fred the show is just... I don't think there's ever been a character on TV that's as annoying as this dude is. Like, he's like trying to intentionally be annoying, and it just, man, it gets on your nerves so much, man. Like, this show is just so weird. Like, just Fred himself, like I said, you just can't stand him. He's so annoying. You just want to get away from it. It's just awful here. One of the worst things that Nickelodeon's ever done, picking him up, like this dude is literally just memed on, like, and he's supposed to be hated. And when you have someone who's just so unlikable and annoying, the show, no matter what you put on, is gonna flop because that character is just too unbearable to watch.
Yep. Dude, this was like the first attempt at like putting YouTubers on traditional media, like a TV show or a movie. And we should have known, man, from the very beginning that was a bad idea, because in the fucking sea of crap that's come out of that, trying to put YouTubers out there. Even the creator himself, Lucas Cruikshank, right here in his video, reacting to my failed Nickelodeon show, even he admits it, that it wasn't very good. The thumbnail's even worse somehow, I will say, but, show itself, yeah, absolutely dreadful. Matt, what about you here? You're a big Nickelodeon guy. Fred the show.
I mean, this show, I just want to mention, Watch Mojo did a list on the top 10 worst TV shows of all time, and this was their number 2 spot, so you already know right from there that that's a real red flag right there. Yeah, this show was horrible. I mean, I never really watched Fred on YouTube. I know he was big on YouTube back in the early days of it, and I don't think any of us really watched him, and I can say myself, I never really saw the show. And then they started doing those movies on Nick, and believe it or not, those are actually not produced at all by Paramount or anything. Those are actually like some other smaller third-party company. So those actually had nothing to do with Paramount or Nickelodeon. They just played them on TV a lot because that was like the right audience, I guess. But yeah, those movies were okay. The first one at least was okay. And then they made this show based off of it. And this show sucked so hard. And yeah, like Michael said, his character is just so annoying. And like Lucas Cruikshank, I don't have anything against him. I mean, he's fine. He can do whatever he wants on YouTube. But god damn it, like if he ever brings that Fred character back,
yeah,
if they try to do like a reboot of this show or anything else with that franchise, oh my god.
Dude, look at there's a terrible shows and episodes wiki. I'm sure the Fred the Show page on there is like the length of the Holy Bible. It's probably got so much detail on it of just how awful it is. Yeah, wasn't Daniela Monet in one of the movies? Yeah, wasn't that like her start?
She was on the show too, yeah.
Oh, she was on the show. Yeah, I was gonna say because
also, man, my least favorite episode of iCarly is the one where Fred makes his appearance.
Yeah,
facts, bro.
So bad just because of Fred.
Facts, man, dude. Fred as a character, we just need to abolish it, man. We need to purge him from the internet. Man, I swear. Yeah, Daniela Monet, I mean, she's pretty talented, I guess, overall, but I know it's a cliche to hate on Trina from Victorious, but, like, of all the people you could have picked to be on Fred the Show, man, why'd you have to pick the worst character, you know what I mean? That's, like, her whole vibe there. All right, Mike, now, properly, your turn. Oh, did you want to say something on that?
Yeah, I want to mention 1.6 out of 10 on IMDb for Fred the Show.
Wow.
Almost.
Almost, man. Dude, 0.2 away. That's wild. Dude, if all of us give it 1 right now, we could probably drop it below Santa Inca. There you go. All right. Mike, are you ready to pick another show here out of the choices that we had? Yeah.
Matt's picking.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I picked Fred.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Go ahead, Matt.
Yeah, let's pick the Connors, the reboot of the classic Roseanne TV show.
Alrighty. Already you can tell. Oh, man. Roseanne without Roseanne.
I have never seen Roseanne, and I probably never will because I sat down and watched this show once, saw it once for about 5 minutes, just like Henry Danger, and I said right then and there, this might be the worst TV show I've ever seen in my life, and I never want to see this in my face ever again. Because this show is trash, bro. This show is so cringy and awkward and stupid, and yeah, just not worth anyone's time. Even if you're a fan of the original, I feel like most people probably despise this show. I hope they do, at least. I know that it's actually pretty successful. It's keeping with the times of COVID and everything, but god damn, is it not good at all. So yeah, don't watch it.
Yeah, I mean, ABC has thrown their weight behind this show because it's one of the most successful properties with Roseanne, and it's like their top-rated sitcom, only behind, like, Abbott, I think, is the only one beating it, which is kind of insane. Yeah, I have a story about the Connors, and fair warning for anyone who's sensitive to gun violence or, shootings and stuff. They actually did an episode where they talk about that and where some of the characters get caught up in a shooting situation. And on the website that I used to check TV ratings, Spoiler TV, I saw a lot of people in the comments there talking about how amazing this episode was and how it like totally revolutionized the Connors as a show and changed some minds for some people that were formerly not fans of it. So I gave it a chance. I went in with an open mind on it. And how they just absolutely botched this very sensitive, very hard to talk about issue. is just totally embarrassing, right? Why even bother trying to do something like that? Your whole goal as a TV show is to entertain people, especially during these times where you just want something to relax and laugh with. And their bright idea was to talk about, like, make a whole story based around one of the most sensitive topics in America right now. So, just based on that alone, I'm not a fan of it. Just how, just kind of disgusting that is in my eyes. So, but I'm going to turn it to Mike here. Have you ever seen the original Roseanne and or the Connors?
I have seen some of it. I have not seen a full season though, but I have seen a decent amount of episodes, especially when I was younger. I thought it was all right. I never really had that much problem with it, but this show, man, can't get behind it. I actually like some of the actors on here, like John Goodman and Laurie Metcalf. I think they do a lot of great work on other stuff, but just not big on this one. But yeah, and like you said, man, I hate when shows go into the sensitive topics in the real world, like especially like with the COVID when that was popping off big, and shows were like implementing masks. It turned me so far off away. I don't want to see that when I'm trying to watch something comforting. So yeah, for that reason, this is a thumbs down. I just seen some clips from it, and ever since all the whole Roseanne drama as well that went down. Can't get behind this one.
And you famously also hate spin-offs and reboots as well, so probably another reason why you just distance yourself from it, huh? So, fair enough.
Definitely.
All right, for my final pick here for a sitcom, I'm going to do a show that I very famously have absolutely hated, but not the way that you'd think, because I've talked about in the past, my least favorite show, personally, is the Drew Carey Show. I fucking hate the Drew Carey Show, but there's arguably even a worse show out there that he did by the name of Drew Carey's Improvanza. That was a sketch comedy. It's kind of like Whose Line Is It Anyway, which he very famously hosted. But I'm going to tell you right now, bro, this fucking show and this fucking poster with him doing these goofy ass poses, bro, that's all you need to see to know that this show is god awful and that you need to torch it to the ground, man. Drew Carey, I don't know if we've ever talked collectively about him, but I think you guys as well will agree that he's just a douchebag as a whole, man. This dude's such a dick. I mean, say what you will about The Price is Right. The Price is Right's fine, but his reign on it has gotten a little bit obnoxious. He has an ego to him. I just don't like his face, Fucking Four Eyes over here. Sorry, Matt. This is just a bad show. I mean, again, say what you will about the Drew Carey Show, but this one is just worse because there's no script to it. You're just going off the cuff, and some of the comedy here is just really out of pocket, really out of line. Terrible show. If you guys have anything to say about this one at all, or Drew Carey as a whole.
I've never heard of this show in particular.
Yeah.
I know about his the Drew Carey Show and also Price is Right. Like, bro, went from Bob Barker to Drew Carey. What a downgrade.
Yeah.
I've never heard of this show though. So this is interesting how it's getting brought up right now.
Yeah. Trying to pick something different,
That's
but
crazy.
yeah, this fucking picture, man. That's all you need to see, man. That's all you need to know. Matt, what about you? Any thoughts on Drew Carey?
For me, I can say I've never seen Whose Line Is It Anyway or the Drew Carey Show, but I can tell you, this show just looks stupid as shit. This show looks awful. But one thing I do want to mention about Drew Carey that's kind of funny is there's this one guy I watch on YouTube named the Artist Version One. That's kind of, might leave it link in his channel in the description maybe if we get around to that. But this dude is amazing. This guy just does live streams every night, just talk about random stuff. But he did this one video where he unboxed these DVDs that he got from this random Russian bootleg website of these pirated show DVDs, and one of the ones that he was really asking for on the website was the Drew Carey Show, the whole series, and and they had it on there, but he said it was really expensive, and then he did another video later where he unboxed the whole thing, and it was just the cringiest shit ever because he says that's one of his favorite shows of all time.
Matt, you expect me to give this guy free promotion, putting his channel link when he wants to bootleg fucking the Drew Carey show? Nah, dude. Out of line. I was gonna ask, you said it was a Russian website that has a bootleg copy of the Drew Carey show?
Yeah, I think I showed it to you one time. I will show you the video later. But yeah, it's literally this website where you can just go, hardtofindtv.com, look it up, and they have I don't know if it's like Russian or some like random obscure website that's probably full of viruses and whatnot. And yeah, they do have the Drew Carey show, the complete series. I'm looking at it right now on their front page for $100, which is
that's fucking grand larceny. Holy shit. Oh, is this it? Yeah, hardtofindtv.com.
Yep.
Oh, dude, no, this looks sketchy as fuck. Welcome. Let us know if you're looking for a certain title.
Yeah,
oh, there it is.
You got Malcolm in the middle, and then you got the Drew Carey show right next to it.
Oh, it's on sale.
Yeah.
Bro, these prices are out of line, bro. Except for fucking Brimstone, which is $200 originally. It's on sale for $25. Not bad, but...
Bro, they got Drake and Josh for $175.
That's grand larceny.
Plus the 3 movies.
Dude, Malcolm, man. That's actually kind of a bargain, but... Oh, no, dude. Suburgatory? Oh, no, dude. $85? In what universe?
$20,
Dude, okay, this is...
$500,
Bro, according to Jim, 500 bones? Holy shit. That's like a whole paycheck, man.
Charles charged $200 on sale for $175.
I just will throw it down the garbage,
Yeah.
man. Holy shit. Big time rush, of course. Dude, it says that these are all fan made. Do you think they just print out the like covers and just like glue them on there?
Yeah,
Or
probably.
like tape them on there like real out of line? That's weird, bro. Net's
We'll leave
declassified.
a link for this website in the description
Oh.
if anyone wants to check out hardtofindtv.com.
Nah, dude, you can't promote this.
Okay.
That's just irresponsible. Dude, this is the first show that Kobe Smulders was on. This is like an action adventure show. $20. Damn, Matt, you found a weird rabbit hole. Whatever that is, man, that's fucking crazy. Alright. Yeah, so fuck Drew Carey, right? We're all in agreement there. Alright, since we did so many sitcoms here, we should turn our attention to some of the dramas here just to even the playing field a little bit. So we'll do one each because there's not that many to pick. So who went first? I think it was Mike, right? You're up next.
Mm-hmm.
So a drama that you would like to talk about here.
Let's do the Breaking Bad Spanish version Metastasis.
Yeah. Dude, even just like typing this in is just so funny, bro. The fucking, yep, there it is, man. There it is, bro. Walter Blanco. Man, that's my favorite character, bro.
In the show, you have Walter Blanco. They changed Jesse's name to Jose, and they changed Hank's name.
This is great, bro. This is fucking
Dude,
fantastic.
it's like so bad. Like I think it was like said that they crammed all 62 episodes within like a couple months. It's just so terrible, and it's like so sad because Breaking Bad is like so great, and then they come out with like this, and this is not by the original creators or anything. It's not associated with the universe at all.
Nah.
It's like its own.
Dude, I feel like I fell into a weird, like, black hole, like, parallel universe, bro. Like, we got, like, a Berenstein Bears Mandela situation on our hands where it's like, oh my god, dude, poor Vince, man. He should have sued for this. This is garbage, man. No. Now, you ever hear about the, what was it? It was the Big Bang Theory. They did a separate version of it in, like, Europe or something, and they actually sued over it, and it never aired. But it was, like, the physicists or something that like translated to. But,
yeah, it was like a very similar premise.
Yeah. So, Matt, I know you're a huge Breaking Bad guy as well. So, your thoughts on this cheap Walmart version knockoff here, made for Puerto Rico?
Yeah, I mean, this
terrible.
show, I've never even really heard of this show until we mentioned it for this video that we're doing. Yeah. Well, the fact that Sony Pictures Television actually did produce it, which is the same company that does Breaking Bad, obviously. Original network, Fox Latin America. It's crazy. But yeah, this show looks really stupid. Yeah, I mean, literally the first season, you know, it was aired over the course of 10 days. Next one was like, you know, 13 episodes within, you know, 16 days. I mean, yeah, this show looks cheap as all hell. So I mean, yeah,
that's terrible. Dude, here's their attempt at probably the most famous scene from the whole show, or like the most famous line, bro. Like, look at that guy, bro. This dude on the right, that's the Spanish version, just has like no control. You know, you see Bryan Cranston, he's got like terror in his eyes, right? He's like menacing in this scene. That's what you want. This dude is just obnoxious.
Walter White.
Yeah, exactly. Walter White meet Walter Blanco, bro. That poster, Mike, that you have of like Dexter and Walter going at it, bro. We need one with Walter White and Walter Blanco, man, going at it. That's what you need to see. Yeah, man. I mean, dude, what a legend, what a stain on just such a legendary item of that is Breaking Bad, you know. Now, if they ever try a Spanish version of Better Call Saul, then we're gonna report it to the authorities here. That's terrible. All right, Matt, why don't you go next here? One of the dramas that you just want to rip apart here.
All right. I guess I'll bring this up because it is one of the ones I know is Grey's Anatomy.
Oh,
even though
another controversial one.
Quite a bit. Yeah.
This will stand in for all the medical shows essentially because this is the biggest of them all. So, fair enough.
Yeah.
But you actually like it, so.
Yeah, for me, in this group, I actually enjoy this show quite a bit. I will agree that I don't think it should have been on, you know, for like 17 years or however long it's been on at this point, however many seasons it has, like 17 seasons or some shit. But I mean, this show in its original run was pretty awesome. You know, its first couple seasons are pretty great. I've seen season 1 all the way through. Amazing season of television, just absolutely phenomenal. Its characters, its writing, everything is just great. But I mean, I don't know how this show, you know, how it's, I would say just like the timeline of this show, you know, has transitioned throughout all 17 years. I don't know where it's going now and how, you know, they can really make, you know, more plots with all its characters throughout all this time. I mean, that's just crazy because it really shows how, you know, any show could run out of ideas, but this show, I don't know how you could keep up with it for, you know, 20 years.
Right. Somehow they're managing too, so yeah, that's a miracle. Mike, I know you're not really big on Grey's or medical shows at all, so you got some stuff to say on this one.
I think that like you can incorporate all medical shows or most medical shows into this, but I guess we have Grey's here just because it's like the most popular. I just not really a big fan of the medical setting. It's just and it seems like they're always talking about like really sad topics all the time, and it's just not really a great genre for me. And you know, also it went on for so long. Those later seasons are probably really, really bad as they kind of ran out of ideas.
Yeah, I mean, Shonda Rhimes, man. I mean, shout out to her. She's built an empire of TV. She's like the Dick Wolf of her domain, with a lot of these, you know, medical female-led dramas and such. So Grey's Anatomy was the start of that. But yeah, I agree with Mike. I've just never really been that big on the genre as a whole. You know, the hospital setting is just kind of a cynical place to set a show, just not very uplifting. I mean, there's a handful of them I do enjoy. Like Chicago Med is probably my favorite of them all. But Grey's Anatomy specifically, like some of the characters, man, are just kind of annoying, you know. Yeah, the lead, you know, Ellen Pompeo just doesn't really have a lot of character, doesn't really have a lot of, you know, charisma, just kind of flat, you know, kind of bland overall. So not really for me either, I will say. All right, am I going for the dramas next? The last one that we'll do in this section. For me, I gotta attack this big target here, man. This is probably my least favorite of all the ones we have represented. Motherfucking This Is Us, dude. I fucking hate this show. I can't stand this fucking show, dude. Like, I was rooting for it, I guess, originally, because it really came out of nowhere, and it was, like, the biggest defining show of the year it came out. and it really put NBC back up on the map. But I went into it with an open mind trying to watch that pilot, but it's just so hypocritical, and I hate how it basically just like it totally knocks down Mike and Molly, but then also like steals a whole fucking plot line from Mike and Molly at the same time. It's just insane how that worked. Yeah, just extremely overrated, super overhyped. The finale just aired like not more than a couple months ago, and it had like a 10 out of 10 on IMDb the night that it aired and stuff. I think it's gone down since, but like at the time it was like the fans were just all over it. The fucking This Is Us stans, bro, online, if you ever see on like forums and shit, they will defend the hell out of this show. Yeah, incredibly annoying. Also, Chrissy Metz, like just
Yeah,
Chrissy
I was
Metz
gonna
as a
bring her up.
whole, like yeah, sorry, but that's for me. So yeah, I hate fucking This Is Us. Matt, what about you? You feel the same way?
Yeah, I can say I've never watched this show, and I probably never will because it just doesn't look that good. But I'm gonna read this review that someone wrote on Google of all things of it. Sometimes I try to choose an episode to watch, but I can't choose because every episode has something wrong with it. It seems like whatever fans get bored, they get some guy to take off his shirt so they keep on watching. It's gross. It's awful. How they make Annie's life seem so perfect. I actually found 22 bad things. I'm not going to rate all of them.
Oh god, did you just list them out?
Yeah.
Holy
Just
shit.
list like 22 things that are awful, but yeah. What does it say? Gross Thanksgiving hot dogs or something?
What the fuck? Oh, that's a euphemism for something, bro. That's nasty. That's nasty.
Yeah, just like Nick said with the finale, I mean, it was just such a huge thing, bro. Like, it was such a big deal. It's like no one gives a shit about the finale of the show. Just end already, bro.
Yeah. Well, at least
Yeah,
they
the
didn't
show
drag
is
it out like Grey's
terrible.
Anatomy, right? I mean, only 6 seasons. That's a pretty healthy
Yeah.
amount to end with, but yeah. All right, Mike, finish it off here.
Yeah, kind of have a lot of the same points as you guys, man. This is actually one of my shows that I put on the shows that I'll never watch. It just doesn't seem appealing to me. It's like just like this kind of romantic comedy drama. It's like, I don't know, it doesn't look too appealing. Like when Nick said, Chrissy Metz.
Yeah. Yeah, bro.
And,
Bro, she's with this dude Toby, man. Toby's the comic relief of the show, bro, and it's just it's so cringy, man. It's terrible.
yeah, cringe and it's just not something that should have been as popular as it was.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. All right, fellas, for our last section here, as we scroll down on the Google Doc here, we got to talk about some of these reality shows, man, because, you know, reality shows, game shows, they're an easy target, admittedly, but they are definitely well-deserved for some of the hatred they get, because these shows are just absolutely cheap, horrendous garbage TV. Matt, why don't you start it out here? Pick
Alright,
one,
so for me, I gotta
anyone.
go with, hands down, the worst reality show I've ever seen in my life. Possibly one of the worst shows I've ever seen. It's not Beaches Inn, actually. It is Fear Factor.
Oh, that's a good one.
So we're gonna rip this fucking show in half. Burn
Yeah.
it to the ground. Just burn the corpse of this goddamn show.
The third fucking
away.
picture, bro, already.
Yeah, the third picture
God.
already. Oh, I thought it was the jizz one. Yeah.
No.
I want to bring up is the fucking episode. I think there was recently a Watch Mojo list on like most controversial TV episodes. It was like top 20 banned TV episodes, and one of them was that episode of Fear Factor with the with the challenger. They have to drink a big ass like milk jug full of donkey jizz. It's fucking gross, man. Like literally. Like, I don't know how this show is even legal to make, bro. Like, when you got shit like that, when you got challenges like that, people got to, drink, ground up bugs and shit, or, strip in front of a whole audience or something, or, something like that. It's like, dude, how did they get away with this shit, bro? This shit, no one wants to watch it, bro. No one wants to see people do these things, dog. It's just gross. And, yeah, this show is just terrible, man.
Oh god, dude. Oh, there it is. Oh.
No, that's just nasty. That's nasty. in Cleveland.
Dude,
Browns.
what's the prize? Is it like 50 grand or like what's the set amount
Dude,
they win
I
each
don't
episode?
know, bro.
Dude, whatever it
No
is, it's
idea.
too little, bro, because you can't.
Like,
Nah, bro, you can't
just
fake that. That's the
disgusting.
thing, bro. You think that's beer? No, that's fucking urine, dog. Oh, that's
Girls, two
awful, bro.
jars.
Jeez, bro.
That's nasty, dog. Mike, have you ever had the unfortunate pleasure of watching through Fear Factor?
No, and I'm so glad because I didn't really know what this was until you guys start talking about it, and I'm like, yeah, like that's just absolutely disgusting. Like,
Yeah.
who would ever find pleasure? Like, yeah, some people find pleasure in pain, but like that's just like unnecessary, just gross. Like,
Yeah, bro.
you wouldn't wish some of this stuff on your worst enemy, man.
Dude, I'm kind of curious, bro. Like I'm
Just
sure we already know what number one.
disgusting, just vile, and like I
Ew.
said, man, in Cleveland Brown would say, bro, that's nasty.
That's nasty, son. Dude, poor Ludacris got tapped to do the revival of it, man. He did not deserve that.
Ugh.
Squirting
Cowboys.
worms?
Squirting worm. Milking
Ugh.
a goat.
Oh, that's
That one's
gross.
not that gross.
Oh my god.
Ugh.
What the fuck? Ew. The worst part about that is eggnog. Eggnog is disgusting, bro. Fuck that. Sheep's eyes?
Oh no.
Ew. Blended rats? The time they went too far. We already know that one.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah, I'm with Matt on this. How did this even get made? Like, how is that even legal, bro?
How does anyone enjoy that? Like,
Yeah, like watching it, like
I
that's
would
the
just
thing,
throw
bro.
up, bro.
Dude.
Dude, that's
Because
awful.
I do want to mention, I remember this one SNL sketch where they parodied. It was like Fear Factor Junior. It wasn't like stunts weren't as nasty, but I thought it was like a parody of it. And I thought, dude, like that just sounds horrible. And the fact that that's actually a real show is just kind of funny. But then I didn't really watch the show until recently when Joe Rogan got in some hot water first time he did, and yeah, I watched a few episodes. Yeah, this show is just terrible, man. So
Yeah,
that's my
dude.
rant on it.
That's awful, man. That's awful. Good pick, Matt, to start us off. Mike,
Yeah.
what do you have to top Fear
Yeah.
Factor?
I got one. I don't think it's gonna top Fear Factor and like grossness, but just bad
Yeah.
reality TV. Give me Big Brother, bro.
Oh, Big Brother, we gotta do it, man. Fuck
like-
Big Brother.
This is just awful. Like,
Yeah.
it's like a stupid concept. It's like basically who can stay in the house the longest, like wins the money or whatever.
Yeah.
just-
That's it.
It's just awful. Like the reality, it's like so bad, just so bad.
Oh man, dude, you know what's crazy was I was literally just watching something on CBS the other day, and the new season just dropped of Big Brother. They literally play it 3 times a week. They play it like Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday or something, and it's like that's too much, bro. Even if you're a fan, like I like weekly TV. You know, once a week that's perfect for me, but 3 times a week, that's a lot to keep up with. So
It's like that's like in between. It's like you have binge and weekly, and then that mix is like, nah, you can't do that.
no, you got to pick a lane,
It's
you
either
know.
weekly or you binge it. Like it's
Yeah.
either all at once or weekly. You can't go in between like that.
Yeah, no, that ain't right. I mean, I've talked about Big Brother in the past on some of my videos. Next to Survivor, easily one of the worst shows ever. Honestly, the only reason why Julie Chen got the job in the first place as the host was because she was banging the head of CBS because they're married, bro. But that's the only reason she keeps the job, because I feel like she has nothing to do there. She literally is just there to, like, I don't know, stand and look pretty. The host has nothing to do because the show is nothing. So, yeah. There's, like, not even anything to say on it. Matt, what about you? You ever seen Big Brother?
Yeah, I have never watched. I refuse to watch it because it just looks terrible. But I know, if you guys know, my boy Jay Vader's on YouTube, bro. One of his favorite shows of all time, and Survivor also. He literally did a couple tier lists recently of the, you know, not really Big Brother, but Survivor, ranking every single season of Survivor, all like 47,000 seasons of it, and going into detail on every single one, and then doing a contestant winners on, I think, both Big Brother and Survivor. Yeah, just like who gives a
God,
shit, bro?
dude.
Like, why?
I like big elaborate videos, as you can see from my channel, but dude, that's too much, man. Like doing a whole ranking of every season of Big Brother. Oh my god, I would lose my mind if I had to do that, bro. That's terrible. Oh man. Would you guys put CBS at the bottom of the pack for like any reality shows, game shows? Because most of their lineup is pretty bad. So
Yeah, it's pretty damn bad.
yeah,
Maybe.
because I think the only decent one they have is The Amazing Race, personally, but everything outside of that. So, all right, well, I got a game show that is really, really bad as well, probably even worse than Big Brother here, and it also starts with Big, and it's called Big Fan here. This one, oh, that's not what I was looking for, but yeah, you know what? I'd rather watch that all day. That's probably very entertaining.
Wait, what is it?
It's called Big Fan here. Yeah, the show hosted by this Andy something. I don't even remember what his name was, but he's part of Jimmy Kimmel's crew because Jimmy Kimmel produced it, and I hate Jimmy Kimmel, so that's one strike against it. But literally the whole point of this show was celebrities would come out, and you'd have two contestants that would answer questions about the celebrities, against the celebrity too sometimes. And if they knew more about the celebrity's life than the celebrity themselves, then they would win. And it just really tapped into like the stan culture and like invasion of privacy, you know, because sometimes they would ask like really obscure, you know, details that the celebrity themselves didn't even know about their own life, but the fan would know it, the contestant would know it. And it was just like really weird, like how intense some of these people would be, you know, because stan culture in general has gotten like really out of control on social media and stuff. And this was back in 2017 before the rise of all that. So this was just a really, you know, bad example of like how too far it can get, you know what I mean? So yeah, so that's mine. I don't even know if you guys have even heard of this show or seen it, but yeah, but just based on that description, is it something that you'd be interested in watching?
Like, they shouldn't even call it Big Fan. They should just call it Stalkers.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Like, they know like all this like information that like some stuff's not even on the internet, and it's like they like follow these celebrities around. It's like it's to a point where it's like an obsession more than being a fan. Like,
right. Yeah. And the thing is, like,
it's stalking. It is basically stalking.
Dude, you'd be able to see it too, because like one of the first episodes they did was Kristen Bell, who I'm a big fan of, no pun intended. But you could literally see like every time the person would get a question right, she would get like visibly uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Because it was like really obscure shit, like I said. So yeah, just a really bad, like morally kind of gray show to talk about. Matt, why don't you finish up here? Again, based on that description, would you watch it?
No, I mean, well, it looks like it was created by Jimmy Kimmel, which is just sad, and then also it only had 4 episodes before it officially got canceled, it looks like, and they were Matthew McConaughey, Aaron Rodgers, Kim Kardashian, and Kanye West, and then Kristen Bell.
Yep.
So, yeah, good people, and yeah, it sounds like a terrible fucking show. Is this on your every show I've ever watched?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, bottom of the barrel for sure, no question. Yeah, awful. Yeah, Kanye, bro, that'd be a good one for this, because that dude has gotten into some crazy fucking stories and shit. So, man, there'd be a lot of info on him. So, all right, Matt, pick another one here for our game show selection.
One more time, or
yeah, we'll do one more each.
Okay. Yeah. Pick a good one, then I will pick the infamous show that me and Nick discovered one night when we were watching TV with our parents, and we just stumbled across it one night on fucking PBS, bro.
Oh, yes. Yes, sir.
We gotta bring that show up, man, because that show was stupid as shit. So, yeah.
That's a good one.
Like, literally, if you guys haven't seen Nick's every show I've ever seen video, bro, when he mentioned this show a little bit, yeah, this show is literally public access TV on PBS, you know, on this like weird channel for like Michigan learning shit. It's all like teachers doing math problems and shit, kids reading. It's like, you know, a worse version of Reading Rainbow and stuff. And this is one of the shows they have to offer where it's literally just like a quiz bowl with all these high school nerdy fucking kids And yeah, the show, its production value is just absolute trash, man. It's so bad, and like its contestants have no personality at all. The host has no personality, and it's just
Let's
so.
see if I can get a picture of this dude on the right, on the
Yeah.
left. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
our mom was saying it's Billy Bob Thornton from Fargo is kind of who this guy looks like, bro. Yeah, what was his name? Jim Costa or something?
Jim, yeah, some I don't know.
Yeah, fucking weirdo, but yeah. So there you go.
Yeah, but like this show is strangely entertaining. Like even though it's bad, like obviously it's actually not that bad because it's got a lot of stuff to like make fun of and laugh at. But yeah, this show is just stupid. But yeah, we'll pass it over to someone else.
Yeah, go ahead, Mike, if you wanna. Just
actually
again
never
based on the
heard of this
description.
show, ever.
Yeah. So.
Seems weird though. Seems a little crazy.
Yeah, like super low budget, like low effort,
Mhm.
It also is filmed in the UP, so as lower peninsula people, man, we gotta, no, fuck the Upers. No, we ain't like that. Yeah, no, pretty much like what Matt's, oh, here's a better picture of the host. Yeah, here we go. This fucking nerdy dude, yeah. Totally Billy Bob Thornton meets Alex Trebek right there, man. Just a terrible representation. God, every single one of these people, like, and you call it a sport, right? Some people would consider a sport, like if you consider it a sport, then these people are athletes. They're the least athletic people I've ever seen in my life, dude. That's a terrible show. Yeah, but again, just kind of echoing what Matt said here, it's just like really low production value, super bland, like repetitive sort of style of gameplay. Yeah, not very entertaining whatsoever. So can move past this one. All right, Mike, you're up. Another
Alright,
game
so
show.
I'm actually gonna pick one that's not on the list. here,
Yeah,
that probably
please.
should be.
Please.
Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Oh,
Get
good one.
that crap
Oh, yeah.
out of here.
Yes, sir.
So,
Miss Kim
I
Kardashian.
personally hate all of the Kardashians. There's not one of them that I think is good. I hate every one of them. I think they all got their fame based off luck and chance. Like their parents are the ones that are famous, not them. They just like rode the coattails of their father
Yep.
to their success, and they're just horrible people, and they try and be these like big celebrities that personally I don't care anything about these people. Like I just think that they're horrible people and they don't deserve to be celebrities, and they have like all this money and they don't earn it or deserve any of it.
Bro, Kim Kardashian is not that far off from just being considered a porn star. So like that's what she's good at, bro. She's good at sucking dick. That's just say it like it is, bro. That's what blew her up. Fucking Ray J, man. I'm telling you, bro.
Yeah, man, she had a great comeback.
Yeah. This is so fucking stupid. Oh man, I love Chris Pratt, man. Chris Pratt's so funny. Yeah. Matt, if you want to go here, talk about fucking Kardashians.
So before I go any further, 2.7 out of 10 on IMDb.
Yeah, it's a good one.
But that sounds about right. Yeah. What these guys are saying about how she's kind of known for kind of her sex tape and everything, or her pictures online. EDP actually put her in his top 200. You know what it is? It's stars list. Yeah. That number 200. And yeah, this show I have never seen it personally, and I never want to because it just looks like absolute trash, and the fact that it actually exists is just pathetic as all hell. So yeah, I refuse to watch it.
Fair enough. This is probably the best headline that's ever been written. Keeping Up with the Kardashians is coming to an end after season 20. Hallelujah! They saw the light, man. Heaven is real.
There's another show actually just called The Kardashians.
Oh yeah, that's right, on Hulu now. Which, dude, would you believe that when this premiered, this has only been out for a couple months, that this like absolutely broke Hulu's record for original programming? Yeah.
That's sad.
That is sad. I know. They have a cult-like fan base, man, and that's something I kind of have to give them props for, is like being able to just keep their brand as strong as it is. But like Mike said, Joe, they have no talents. Like What did they
have
actually
no
do on the
talent.
show? They just argue and
They
they
have no
like
talent.
fucking try on clothes. I'm sure that's all it is, bro. Just a fashion show and just screaming matches. Yeah, it's awful. But yeah, pretty much this is like a stand-in for any of these shows, like the Real Housewives or like any just trash reality show you could put in. The Kardashians are like the poster child for them. So yeah, absolutely awful. All right, I think I'm gonna end it here with my last pick, and I'm gonna go with a good one here because this show right here, man, I'm gonna tell you, man, this was the show that defined arguably the worst year that we have ever lived through collectively, and somehow, this shit
Yes.
was the biggest fucking show of 2020 here, and it goes by the name Tiger King, man. I actually send it to Mike first
Yes.
because he had the unfortunate
Yeah,
pleasure of
so
watching this one.
I
So
watched this one. This was like the biggest thing on, and I'm just not even gonna lie. Like, I just didn't find it good. Like, I couldn't see why everyone liked the hype of it. Like, I think it's just because of how crazy Joe Exotic was. But these people are awful. Like, Carol Baskin and Joe are like some of the worst people out there, man. Like, the stuff they do to these animals is just, it's just not right, man. Like, and then just like their personalities are weird, and just Joe, like, Joe is just so weird, man. Then Carol too. Yeah, she took out her husband. That is true.
yeah, bro.
She just, it just wasn't good. Like, they didn't tell a really good story. They just, I don't know. I think it goes with the Rick and Morty trend where, I mean, it's not absolutely horrible. Like, it's probably better than like some of the other reality shows we talked about, but it just got so overhyped, man. It was like the biggest thing for like months, and it just wasn't that great.
No, no. Kid Rock meets Guy Fieri for this dude's look, bro. I'm gonna tell you right now. Yeah. The most notable thing about Joe Exotic prior to this show was he actually ran for president in 2016. I don't know if you guys knew that, but he came in like, I don't know, fucking 10th place or something. He had like 3,000 votes or something like that. But dude, could you imagine a world where he fucking was president, man? Oh man, that'd be awful. Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah. So Joe Exotic, bro, ran for president of the United States in 2016 and lost miserably, of course, and we all know how that turned out. But the alternate timeline where he fucking wins, man, holy shit, I'd hate to see it. Yeah, and then Carol Baskin too, like Mike said, bro, fucking murderer. And they give her a whole fucking TV show to spotlight it on one of the biggest platforms in the form of Netflix, where hundreds of millions of people are gonna watch it. Like, just another. Oh, there she is. Just another gray, morally terrible show to produce here and to make. So, those are my thoughts on it.
This show, yeah, I never watched it. I refuse to watch it just because Netflix, I can't really stand their original stuff. And yeah, this show, I don't follow trends. Like, I didn't watch Squid Game when it was big. I didn't watch Game of Thrones when it was big or anything. So I really don't give a shit about this show. And yeah, I hope that people forget about it after, a couple of years, because it is not worth anyone's time.
Yeah.
Out of all the shows that I've seen, like at least one season of, that have ranked like 80 shows, it's the second from the bottom.
Oh man, what is at the very bottom? Can I ask?
Young Sheldon.
Oh man, you turned on it. Yeah, kind of appropriately so, because I was never a fan of it to begin with. But there you go. So, all right, I have one last question for you guys before we end it here. Of all the shows we've seen today, if you had to, unfortunately, if you had to pick one to sit through from front to back, which one are you going with? Gun to the back of your head. If you want to start,
I
Mike.
have to watch every episode.
Yep, you have to watch everything.
We can't be Grey's Anatomy, because I would say that's the best of all the shows, but can't.
Yeah, I was gonna
It's too
say,
long.
honestly, man, it might be Big Fan just because it was.
Yeah, I was gonna say, big fan, bro.
Sit through 4 episodes.
Only 4 episodes. It's not too bad.
But
Yeah.
if you told me I could only watch, if I had to watch just one episode from like anything, ooh,
I would say Grey's Anatomy for me, definitely. But
I'm going with Fanboy and Chum Chum because I think it's the shortest. They're only 11-minute episodes, right?
Yeah.
So that would actually be the move, I think, just because it's so short. You wouldn't have to suffer all that much. But yeah, watching all the way through, bro.
Same.
Yeah, it'd be big fan, dude, because like it's only 4 episodes, man. Now, what would be the one that you'd want to do the least? Your least favorite?
That would be Fear Factor.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I would say Fear Factor. Yeah.
Now
or
for me,
Angela maybe just because of how unwatchable.
oh yeah, that's a good one. Now for me, dude, Big Brother, because there's like 40 seasons of it, man. That would be unbearable, man. That'd be awful.
Yeah.
So.
About a minute left.
All right, well, we'll wrap it up here. I want to thank these guys for coming out here and joining me on Zoom. Be sure to check out their channels in the description, Cartoon Level Productions and Mike's Talks and Thoughts here. As for me, man, always keep it locked in here on MVG Nick. We're about to hit 3,000 subscribers, man. That's going to be huge. Mike, you're about to hit 1,000 subscribers, man.
Yes, sir. We're both
Dude,
hitting huge milestones. I'm so excited.
Dude, this is going to be awesome, man. Good luck to you. The race is still going on, so we still got a couple more days, but yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see, man. Yeah. When's your next video coming out? Do you have one planned for today at all?
Probably this weekend. Probably on Saturday, I would say.
Gotcha. All right, looking forward to it. So, for all of us here, guys, have a good rest of your day. Take care, and we'll see you in the next one.